Hello, everybody. Are you ready for some mystery stamping? For those of you who are new, my name is Robbie Rabala, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Bern, North Carolina. And I see I popped up on my computer, so give me a minute to take and open that up so I can see when people come in and when they comment. I am so excited to be here tonight. And I remembered to type up the directions tonight. Oh my gosh, I was downstairs doing it at the last minute, but I got it done. So I have the directions so that you can see what you're supposed to do. Hey, Karen. So I'm excited to show this card to you. It was one I saw online, and I made it my own because I changed the colors. So I cased it. And so, I just loved the layout. And I think that's what draws me a lot to cards. First, it's the colors, but then it's the layout. I saw the coolest fancy fold today. Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And it was like I couldn't stop. Hey, Barb, all I wanted to do was stare at it. So I'm just gonna go with the flow tonight on this, and hopefully there'll be people playing along. If you're playing along, let me know. Oh, thanks, Jenny. Virtual hugs to you too. When you come in, say hello and where you're from, because lots of times we're from all over. Now, I know Barb's my next door neighbor. Jenny is in Maryland, I believe. But people come from all over, but say hello, tell us where you're from so that we can, get to meet some new friends, Stampin' friends. I love to meet Stampin' friends. I have to tell you, I am so excited. February is going to be an awesome month for me, and you guys are going to laugh about this, but I just love it. Number one, the Super Bowl. And I want Cincinnati to win. I'm going to be rooting for Cincinnati big time. Hey, Colleen. Number two, NASCAR's back. Oh my gosh, I am such a NASCAR fan. I'm such a nerd with that kind of stuff. I can't wait for the Daytona 500. I got to find a new person to root for. I had a guy, but I don't think he's racing anymore. And he was from back home in Maryland. He was just starting out. So I will keep looking. I'll find somebody to root for. And the third thing, the Olympics start on Thursday night. Oh my gosh, I am in sports heaven this month with everything going on. I love watching the Olympics, especially the Winter Olympics. I think my favorite is the ice skating and the snowboarding. The half pike, oh my God, those people are unbelievable. Hi, Diana. The things they do, just fabulous. But so I will be watching a lot of sports this month. So I'm fine with that. It's lots of fun for me. Any of you guys out there like to watch? Oh, yes. Oh, the Indian. I would, Jenny. I would be going. I have never been to a NASCAR race, but I would love to go. I have been a NASCAR fan for the longest time. In fact, my sister and I used to watch, and when a crash would come on, we'd call each other, did you see that? Can you believe that? So I have nobody to call now. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to her because my sister passed away. I'm talking to her in heaven. I'm going, Kay, did you see that? Can you believe it? But I love the sports. I always have. I grew up playing sports. In grade school, I played basketball. But I played before you ran the whole court. And I played guard because I couldn't run the whole court. In high school, I didn't really play anything. But when I got back from college, I played softball. Every summer, I was on a softball team and played softball for a while. So, it's been in my life for a while. I love it. So, all right. Are you guys ready to get started? Is anybody playing along? If you are, say I'm playing so that I know whether or not how fast I can go with this. I don't like to go too fast. I know Barb's not, because we were out shopping all day. And she probably didn't have time to get her stuff straight. All right, if you are the type that gets dizzy, now's the time to close your eyes, because I'm gonna flip myself upside down and flip my camera. So close your eyes and I'll let you know when to open. All right, let's see. Flip this down. All right, I've got it down. Now all I have to do is get it lined up. That's right, I need to move this. All right. I think we're pretty good. I try to get this straight because I know it would drive me crazy if it was wonky. It's just easier if I move this than my camera. I tried moving my camera and I was taking forever. And I tried to have this, the Stampin' Up! Logo down here, down all the way, but then I was off camera. So I have a tendency to work here, so that's why it's that way. Tonight, for my card, I'm using Flowing Flowers. Oh my gosh, I love this set. And I think my two favorite sentiments are time for a happy dance and sending a card instead of a text. Those two are fabulous. I do love Just a Note, and that's a nice big Just a Note. We're specifically going to use this big flower. That can be found in the mini catalog. I marked the other thing I'm using, and it's on page 36, right down here. And it can be purchased in my online store if you don't have it. And if you don't, you're going to want it because it is a fabulous stamp set to play with. I'm also doing in our Ladybug stamp camp, what is it? Ladybug, what are we calling it? Stamp Camp. Yes, Stamp Camp. I'm doing an add-on class with this, this stamp set. So, all right, so there's the first thing we're going to get started with. So I have all of my directions ready to go. So clue number one, and it'll take me a few minutes. Ooh, down a little bit, and I'm good. All right, were all the supplies that you had to have. Now, I set an image about 2 by 2 because I was going on this, and I didn't measure it, but it's about 2 by 2. So there we go. All right, so with that, clue number one, and I have to tell you, I've come to the conclusion, it took me all this time, that I can print on the back. So I save these that I've already used, printed on, and I print the rest, the directions for the next one on the back. All right, so we're going to use a second generation stamping of your image onto the 4 by 5 1/4 piece of cardstock. I'm going to pull out my paper and my cardstock, and I am using Very Vanilla, and I'm going to use, oops, almost dropped it. I do that. Blackberry Bliss. Now my pad, I don't know if you can see it. See all this stuff on here around the edges? Yeah, you can. That is mold. And these, the reds and the purples do this. It doesn't hurt you, but it's not good for stamping. Eventually it covers the whole pad. I need to try and see if I can't scrape some of it off and save my pad. So, all right, I'm going to stamp it here and then stamp it here. And I didn't want it dark, so that's why I said a second generation stamping. And the middle is going to be covered, so I'm not too concerned about the middle. And I'm just going to stamp it all the way around. And this is to give it some interest. You don't have to do this, but I think it adds some fun. All right, so I've got my image stamped. I'm just going to move this aside for a minute. All right, get this out of the way. So I have clue number 2 done. Anybody playing along? Do I need to wait? All right, I'm gonna go. If I see somebody pop up saying they're doing it, I'll wait on the next clue. All right, we're gonna add the panel from step 2 to my card base. And I am using Blackberry Bliss as my card base. I decided to pull out my Blackberry Bliss because I hadn't used it in a while. And I was like, it needed some love. And the same with Very Vanilla. I hadn't used it in a while. So this is going to go on like so. And I found my seal. I looked everywhere, my refill. I looked everywhere, and the last place I looked, wouldn't you know, there it was. All right, so let me put this on my card base. Now, I know you're thinking, why did you burnish it and then unfold it? I find it better. It makes this line here, the edge, more prominent and pronounced, and I see it better. You know, I'm getting old. My eyesight's not as good as it was. So I open it up so that I can get it on there even. All right, so we've got our card base done. And now we're going to stamp your sentiment onto the 3x4 piece of cardstock. And we're going to do it in the upper right-hand corner. And you know what I don't have? I forgot to grab a scrap piece to stamp my image on. I'll be grabbing that in a minute. Hey, Renee. All right. Oh, I got to be careful. I have a bunch of stuff on here, and it'll be halos. Let me kind of. Okay. I needed to make sure that when I stamp it, it's going to be straight. All right. It's off a little, but not much. All right. So there's that. I need to clean this and then re-ink it because, as you can see, it's really faint. All right, so we've got that one done. Now, we're going to add the panel from step 4, and I found a mistake in my directions, to a 3 1/8 by 4 1/8 piece of cardstock. I think I said 4 1/4. So it's 3 1/8 and 4 1/8. So it's 1/8 of an inch bigger. All right. Oops, it's hard to see. I'll pull it over here. Usually I'm working on white, but I find it's better for you guys with black. So I've got that done. All right, what is next? Add the panel from step 5. Oh, that's the same thing. Well, no wonder I got off. Hold on. Let me move to the next one. Add dimensionals to the back of the panel from step 6 and add it to your card front. So I need to find my dimensionals, and I had a package over here. There they were hidden. And I cut my dimensionals in half because I use a lot on there. I'm in the US, and our post office is really, they use machines, and the machines just crunch your mail to no end. So it would flatten it, and I don't know if it would wrinkle or not when it flattens. So I figure if I add these, it'll help protect it a little bit. So I just add half pieces all the way around. And I do the half pieces because it's a lot cheaper than using a whole one. And I'll show you in just a minute. All right, if I was using a whole one, in each place that I had these, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. By using half ones, I've used 6 1/2, not 13. Oops, I forgot my, still haven't found my other pokey tool. I may have to break down and see if I can find another one. I like this. I know we had the take your pick tool, but I have all those things already, and I wasn't going to buy it just because it was new. I had the same stuff. I had the, I've had a tool for years that had the putty and then the scoopy thing. I don't know what you call it. Technical term, scoopy thing. Okay, and my card goes this way. I had to stop and think. All right, so this is going to go on right in the middle like so. And as you can see, I told you the middle wouldn't affect it, but ooh, that's really pretty just like that so far. Amazing. Sometimes I told you, I just want to use it. Then I can just throw it away and don't feel so bad. All right, you had to have 2 strips of cardstock. We're going to add that to the bottom down here, but you want your ends to overlap slightly. I'm going to put these on with glue because I'm not going to go all the way to the end. The other thing I put my glue in these little bottles because it's got a needle nose tip and I can slide it over just slightly. That's why the glue is good. I can do small areas, so I like this little thing. Ooh, I may have gone too close. It's gonna be, I'll put it this way. All right, so I've got my 2 strips, and I'm gonna try to make my ends even. All right, that's what we have so far. What do you think, guys? All right, next thing we want to do is stamp my image onto a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to grab my thing of white, vanilla here. And there's a scrap I can use. And I'm going to close up my glue, because if I don't, that's the other thing. You have to close this up with a stainless steel pin, or the glue will clog this, and then you have to soak it. All right, so we're going to stamp this, and then I know, Diane, sometimes I love this pokey tool. It's big, it's long, it's got a nice long point to it, but I had a second one and I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in this room. I haven't located it yet. All right, I'm going to stamp this down here. There, and I kind of pushed extra hard since my pad is all messed up. All right, now we're going to have to fussy cut this out, and it's not that hard. When you fussy cut, move the paper, not your hand or your scissors. So as you can see, at least I hope you can, yeah, I'll move up a little. I never know where my camera is on this thing. I can see the ones on the back. And then I'm going to cut some of this off because it'll be easier to do. So, but I use my left hand to twist and turn my paper, and then I just, my scissors just open and close. Oops, not far enough. And sometimes I didn't go far enough in there. I also find that a lot of times I will do this. I will cut around the flower. So then all I have to do is cut in here. And I'm cutting smaller pieces, trying to keep those all together so I can get rid of them at the same time. All right. But as you can see, if you just remember to twist and turn your paper, not your scissors. And it's much, much easier. And this is kind of free-flowing, the edges, so you have a little bit of wiggle room in there. And we are almost done. And I do try to leave a little border all the way around, but you don't have to. You can cut right on the lines if you want. All right. So I have my image stamped and cut out. Next step. If you want to have leaves, punch them out or die cut them. Now I am using the that's from the Blossoms and Boughs and Blossoms. I had to stop and think, what's it called? This is the bundle, Boughs and Blossoms. This is the leaf punch, and this is a cute leaf punch. So that one is on page 26. All right, and I'm using Garden Green, and I pulled in some scraps because they're going to be attached, so I know I don't need, I have another piece if I need it. I'm going to turn this around and see how much I can get out. Let's see. I know I'm playing with it, and you're probably thinking, just cut it. Nope, it doesn't work, so I got all I can. Oh, I hate to push this in as far as I can. I usually cut my strips smaller so I don't waste it. I measure this and cut it like 1/4 of an inch bigger for my punches. All right, now I'm going to add these to my flower, and I'm going to use glue dots. I don't know where I would be if I did not have glue dots. I use so many glue dots. It's unbelievable, but I love my glue dots. All right, I'm going to put this one down here like so. And I punched out the whole thing knowing that I was only going to use the top, but it's sometimes easier. All right, now see how I was trying to get that up? If I'd have kept pulling it, it would have ripped the tape or the paper. So go the other way and it comes up. If you try to pull it off and it doesn't want to come, go the other direction and pull it. All right, so I have my leaves. I didn't say to put them on there. Now I'm going to add my image. It says from step 8. I see my steps are all messed up. So this is going to go on in the left-hand corner with dimensionals. And if you want to set this apart, you could easily, so that it has a little bit of, I guess, texture, you could easily stamp it. I didn't, I just, there we go. All right. Yeah, you are late, Betty Ann. I even sent you a message. You're forgiven. You're probably busy with everything you've got going on. At least you get to see the end of the card. Okay. Sticking to me. All right. This is going to go on. But see, if I had some leaves, I could have stamped it something on here. Well, I could have even stamped this in the green on there just to give it some texture. So this goes on like this. All right. Now, you can also add some gems. And I pulled in the iridescent rhinestones that are in the mini catalog on page 9. They're part of the Sweet Talk one, but I love these because they pick up the color from your project. They have all different colors on them. I don't know if you, let me take it out of this plastic and maybe you can see the how they sparkle and shine. I just love it. I mean, can you see? I'm seeing pink and I'm seeing yellows. So lots of color in there. Oh, there, you can, let me go slow. There you can see. See how these look pink, but then that's yellow and that's yellow. So you can see different colors in there. I'm going to use the small ones, I think. Nope, I'm going to use the medium ones. And I'm just going to put one here. All right. And another one here. All right, and I'm going to put one down here. That one I'm not worried about. It's hidden, but this one shows, and I want it to be uniform. So I'm just going to put one down here. All right, you slid on me. There we go. And there it is, complete, ready to be mailed. Okay, so there it is. That's okay, Janelle. I know we got a lot going on, but there's our card for tonight. So I use Blackberry Bliss and Garden Green. What colors would you guys use? Would you use the Flowing Flowers stamp set? What other stamp set could you use? Oh, thanks, Janelle. I love this set. I did not get Eden's Garden. It just didn't appeal to me. This set did, and I think, like I said, it was the dimensionals. The sentiments in there. I just love those. Sending a card instead of a text. I mean, that's such a great sentiment. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, Diana. I love it. Let me see. Oh, this would be pretty in Flirty Flamingo with Granny Apple Green. That would be a pretty card. Thanks for the hearts, guys. What other colors? Let me stop and think. If you're more traditional, you could use red with Garden Green. I'm just kind of looking at my colors that are over here. You could do Highland Heather with, I would put it with Mint Macaron. Those would be pretty. So lots of ideas. Other stamp sets, trying to think. You could do this with the tulips, the timeless tulips that's in the annual catalog, or the new tulip set. You could do art gallery. You could do it with peaches, with the Sweet as a Peach set, and put peaches on it and use, for this background, you wouldn't have to stamp it. You could use the peach paper. So there's lots of ideas. I mean, the same layout, change your colors, change your stamp set, and you'd be surprised how it changes the look of your card. You can do the same card, and if I'd had time, I would have done other cards with this layout, but I went shopping instead. I didn't buy anything. Well, I did buy some things. I bought some new mats for my table for Easter, and I got some new bath sheets. Thanks, Betty Ann. Yeah, it's a really cool layout. You could even use, this could be pattern paper. Ooh, you know it would be cute? Do this with black and white paper, like the polka dots that's in the party, pattern party one, or I'm partial to checks. They have stripes, but I'm partial to checks. You could do the stripes. And then you could put, you could use any color flower. You could use yellow, Poppy Parade. If you like more subtles, you could go with Petal Pink, So lots of ideas. And like I said, same layout, just different products. All right, now if you're the kind that gets dizzy, close your eyes because I'm flipping up. And I'll let you know when I'm back straight up. Okay, I'm back. I'm pretty good about flipping this. Every once in a while I mess up, but I hope you give this card a try and share it with us. We love to see, see what you come up with. I just mentioned a few stamp sets I could see here. I've got a ton over there. Want a masculine idea? Put the sailboat down here. Just say, close your eyes, Betty Ann, okay? So you could put a sailboat down here and do it in blues and browns or blues and grays. Great masculine card. Lots of ideas for you, ladies. Pull out your supplies, make it and share it with us. Let us see. Usually, the lighthouse. Yeah, Diana, that's a good one too. Usually, and I won't be able to post this till tomorrow, but if I post it, you can post your card in the comments section. You can't post it if there's no place to post it. But if you want to wait and make your card tomorrow and post it, I will take this and post it so we have it and you can see it and share your ideas with us. All right, ladies, it is time for me to get going. I have to get my downstairs straight. I am hosting game day here tomorrow. So I've got some ladies coming. I got to clear off. I have all of my big project that I worked on downstairs sitting on the table. So I've got to find a spot for it. Oh, Diana, you are most welcome. Thank you for coming in. And if you've got some crafty friends, tell them about it. Tell them to come on in here and play along. So I want to get that done tonight so that I'm all set for tomorrow. So I will be back Saturday morning. Stamps, paper, and ink right here, 10:30 in the morning. I know that might be early or late for some of you, depending where you are. But I hope you will join me and we'll have some more fun and make some more cards. Have a great evening, guys. Stay warm because there's another storm heading. It's not going to get us. It's going to be across the middle of the country and up into New England. There's poor people in New England. Some of them have 36 inches of snow and they're going to get more. So I feel for them. All right, guys. Have a good evening. Bye.